First thing I do before I even start handicapping a card, before I even look at the lines, look at the pitchers for the following day, I start looking at all of your box scores. I look at every final score. I look at what the hot hitters for the various teams are doing. I look at what the starting pitchers are doing. And even if I didn't have a play on the game, I've got kind of like a photographic memory when it comes to line scores, and I'm able to go ahead and just put it away in a little compartment and remember certain pitchers when their next turn comes up in the rotation. But then I look at the overall picture and I'm going, what happened yesterday? What has happened a lot in the past week in terms of teams not being able to score runs? Oh yeah, you'll have the Baltimore Orioles putting 19 on the board against Philadelphia. You have the Toronto Blue Jays, who have been the exception to the golden rule for most of the last 2 weeks, averaging a little over 8 runs a game at home especially. You'll have the Oakland A's, who, 2 days ago put, 16 on the board against San Diego, something like that. But by and large, no one's been scoring here of late. Look, on Thursday's card, day and nighttime action combined, you had 13 games, okay? 12 teams scored 2 or less runs. 12 of the 12 teams. You had 26 teams playing, 13 games. You had 12 teams scoring 2 or less runs. Big surprise here. 10 of those 12 teams, they happened to lose. I mean, look at the one-run scorers yesterday. The Orioles, who again had been putting runs up on the board like crazy, 1 run in a loss to Philadelphia. A team that had only lost, 9 straight games? You had the Cardinals losing to Minnesota, 1 run on the board. The A's, 5 hits after banging out 20 the day before against San Diego, losing the finale of their home-and-home series with the Padres, 1 run on the board. Arizona, 1 run. The Mets, 1 run. The Dodgers, 1 run. And, of course, the only way you could play the Dodgers yesterday, and why I count them as a loser, is you weren't laying 2 bills with Zack Greinke. You were playing them on the run line. And, again, they failed to give Zack Greinke any type of offensive support. Then you had teams that scored 2 runs yesterday. Phillies, Twins, Braves, Brewers, White Sox. Well, only the Phillies and Twins won their games. Then you had a team shut out, the Seattle Mariners, okay? So that's what the day was on Thursday. But then the team that I like to pick on here of late, the schizophrenic team in Major League Baseball, the Houston Astros, they cap a 4-game sweep yesterday of the Rockies, another one of those home-and-home interleague series, okay, that you've had so many of this week. They have now won 6 out of 7 games. In that 7-game stretch, they have scored 54 runs. They scored 53 of them in the 6 wins. They scored 1 in the 1 loss, okay? But 54 runs while winning 6 out of 7. Their previous 7 games, they went 0-7. They scored 16 runs. Makes sense to me. 0-7, 16 runs. 6 out of 7, 54 runs. 1 game they lose in between, 1 run. Again, schizophrenic. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this of course is going to be your Friday video report. I've got a free play coming up in just a moment. Actually, a free play on the side and the total of the St. Louis-Philadelphia game. Now I'm on a 29-19 run with the complimentary plays here over the past couple of weeks. Took a split yesterday. Gave you a run line winner on Toronto as an underdog at home. Gee, what a surprise. The Blue Jays won by like a dozen runs again. And another big surprise, the Mets continue to lose on the road. The other free play was a loser, but hey, can't have everything, as the Braves went down in flame. Of course, the Braves were a costly loss as well. Craig Davis yesterday had his 100-dime max wager play. A lot of guys were on the Braves yesterday, and of course, they lost to the Boston Red Sox, who, for Boston, it was their 2nd win in the 4-game home-and-home series, and only their 2nd win in their previous 9 games overall, and they cost a lot of people money yesterday. Listen, the big promo here today, remember, because the Charity Play of the Week won on Wednesday night, and all the details can be found by scrolling down here if you happen to be watching my video on the webpage, you can save $175 off the purchase price of any handicapper 60-day package simply by using coupon code SAVE175. Today is the last day this offer will be made. And as a special bonus, you will get an additional 17 days, or is it 16 days? It's actually 16 days. You will get an additional 16 days absolutely free, which will extend your package through September 2nd. through September 2nd. So save $175 off the purchase of any 60-day Handicappers package. You will get an additional 16 days for free, which will extend your service right up to the beginning of college football, which is on September 3rd. You'll get an extra 16 days for free, which should carry you through most of the preseason slate as well. And that is available for you today simply by using coupon code SAVE175. The other coupons, you can save $125 off the purchase price of any 30-day handicapper package from any handicapper by using coupon code SAVE125. You could save $50 off the purchase of any handicapper's 7-day package by using coupon code SAVE50. On the longer packages, remember, if you happen to have an instant rebate, that is applicable as well. Should you have any questions, just contact customer service. Again, today is the last day for these savings offers, so take advantage of them. Now, your half-price play of the day today, turning to Steve Buden's #1 NBA crew, the New York crew that I've spoken of so much over the past 2 weeks after another great postseason performance as they improved to 9-2 with their NBA final releases over the past 2 years, cashing in with 59 plays on Golden State in games 1, 4, and 6. You got a couple of those for half price, plus you got their half price winner on the Cavaliers in game number 2. Today, first baseball release of the season. Opening dog of the year in baseball. It's their 59 winner, number 22 out of 30 overall. Opening dog of the year, half price play of the day, simply by using coupon code HALF, H-A-L-F. As for yours truly, I have been on a very nice little run here over the past 3 weeks. My second highest rated play, 10-dime baseball winner number 17 out of 22 goes today. I'm calling it my bailout dog barker of the month. It is one of your 4 games on the West Coast on the late card. So it's a bailout play for sure. 10-dime baseball winner number 17 out of 22. Bailout dog barker of the month. You can get it for over half price off. You can save $50. You can get it for just $22 by using the coupon code PUP, because it's a dog, P-U-P, PUP. Matches last night's 10-dime winner on Kansas City over Milwaukee. Tuesdays on Baltimore on the run line over Philly. Saturday, Baltimore over New York. Friday on Detroit over Cleveland. Last Thursday, it was Baltimore over Boston. Gee, I've been riding the Orioles a lot. Thank God I didn't use them yesterday against Philadelphia. Anyway, all your promos, all your information, etc. over on the homepage. Let's get to your complimentary plays as we take a look here at the St. Louis-Philadelphia game. Listen, the Phillies, if you were to play them on the run line in this particular game, are plus $1.55. Pretty interesting, but then again, this is a Philadelphia team that's not been scoring. So that's an interesting proposition in itself, right? If you want to take Philadelphia on the money line, let me just check here and see what the latest price is on my own site with the scores that I personally developed and formatted here for gamblers like myself. Philadelphia, I'm sorry, they're plus $1.55 straight up. What am I saying on the run line? Here's the thing. This is not exactly a prime pitching matchup, to say the least. The Cardinals are going with Tyler Lyons, I believe is how you say his last name. He's coming off his first win in 14 starts dating back to the 2013 season, when last Saturday he gave up 2 runs in 5 innings of a win against Kansas City. His first 3 starts last month, he had a 5.54 earned run average, and that earned him a demotion to the minor leagues, but then they called him back up because Lance Lynn got injured. That's why he was facing the Royals last week. So he's going for St. Louis. You got a Philadelphia team that is so pitching poor at the moment and so strapped. Now, with Cole Hamels missing today's scheduled start because of a hamstring pull, they are dipping back into their AAA farm system and calling up a guy who has been a total bust for them, pitching in relief since being acquired in the Cliff Lee trade, when they traded Cliff Lee to Seattle back in 2009. And that guy is Philippe Aumont. You gotta love that name, Philippe Aumont. I mean, it has that ring. Can you tell those 3 years of high school French really paid off for me? Probably would have understood a little more French if I hadn't paid so much attention to Marie Migliori sitting next to me when she was talking about Aerosmith nonstop, but that's beside the point. But still, Philippe Aumont. And believe me, I looked up the pronunciation of that one, so listen, that's the most you get on today's video report. The funny thing is, this guy had another miserable spring training, and he's always struggled with his control. This is a big guy with a big fastball, big frame. A lot of people thought he was going to be a Randy Johnson type pitcher. Well, he didn't turn out to be that guy. But here's an interesting thing. Lousy spring, outrighted him off their 40-man roster, sent him to AAA where he started the season in the bullpen. Because the Phillies kept calling up guys from the minors, they needed to fill a hole in their AAA rotation. So they put Oman in the starting rotation, and I'll be damned. And so were the Phillies. The guy started pitching well. He made 14 appearances, all but 4 of them as a starter in the minors so far this season at the AAA team in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Let's see, they're the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, which has got to be one of the best names in minor league baseball. Hey, who do you play for? I play for the Iron Pigs. Anyway, 2.35 earned run average in 14 minor league starts this season. In 10 starts, or in 14 minor league appearances in the 10 starts, 2.55 earned run average. Now, has he still struggled with his control? Yes, because in 53 innings, he's walked 33, allowed 42 hits, but he's also struck out 46. This is a guy, as I said, has been a bust as a reliever in the majors with a 6.14 earned run average lifetime. You have 2 teams right now, however, that are struggling to score runs. So I look at this game a couple of ways. First, I like the Phillies because I'm getting them at $1.55, and it's a hunch play. I'll be honest with you. It is a hunch play. I just have a feeling that Oman's going to come up here, give them a solid 5 innings, turn it over to the bullpen, and that is the strength of the Philadelphia team. Because if they can get to the middle relievers who, for the most part this season, have pitched well, and then turn it over to the 8th and 9th inning guys, Ken Giles and Jonathan Papelbon, they can shorten the game. So they only need a solid 5 innings from him today, okay? You got a Philadelphia team that snapped their losing streak yesterday with a 2-1 win over Baltimore. You have a Cardinals team that lost 2-1 at Minnesota and 3-1 at Minnesota the past 2 days, after winning the first 2 games of that home-and-home interleague series at Busch Stadium by scores of 3-2 on consecutive days. You have 2 teams that simply aren't scoring any runs. Listen, the Cardinals have scored 4 runs or less in 12 games in a row. They have averaged 2.6 runs in their last 11 games. The Phillies are even worse. Phillies have scored 4 runs or less in 10 straight games. 3 times in that stretch, they have been shut out. The Cardinals are 1-4 in their last 5 on the road. 17-16 on the season on the highway. Well, hell, Philadelphia is only 1 game under 500 at 16-17 at home. They snapped their 9-game losing streak yesterday. Cardinals just 2.6 runs in their last 11 games. I think this one is overpriced in terms of the total because I'm looking at the number here at 8. And I know why it's priced at 8. It's because people are looking at Oman for Philadelphia and going, this guy sucks. They're looking at Lions for the Cardinals and going, this guy sucks. I think instead what you're going to have tomorrow, or today, I should say, since we're doing this report in the middle of the night, I think you're going to have a low-scoring game. I can see it being a 4-2, 4-3 game. And I just think that that total is so critical at 7, 7.5. That's what it should be priced. At 8, I like the under. I also like Philadelphia as the huge dog at plus $1.55. I like the plays equally. Now, I've done exceptionally well even this week, 6 out of 8 since Monday with the free plays, okay? Can I say that I would put my own money on these games, the side and total, if you gave it to me? I don't think so. And of the 2, I lean a little more toward the total staying under than I do on the side. But I just thought it was a fascinating game. I wanted to break it down. And plus, I wanted to say the name Philippe once more on the video report. So that'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all. And I will catch you again tomorrow, Saturday, when we do this one more time. Good luck, everybody.